when I answer it?
Yeah, sure.
Hello.
Hey, Justin, it's Andrew.
Hey.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. One second here.
Okay.
All right, you there?
Yep.
Andrew's playing with a long cylindrical thing in front of his mouth.
Yeah, I tend to do that.
All right, I can hardly hear you yet.
You
All
can.
right. Well, is that any better?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay. Andrew, talk a little bit.
Test. This is Andrew. Andrew Kosiski.
How did he sound?
I didn't hear him at all.
Oh, great.
Test. This is Andrew.
Did you hear him there?
Barely.
Bud, do a check.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. This is Buddy Ray.
Did you hear that?
I can hear Buddy.
You can hear Buddy okay?
Yep.
All right, Andrew, try it again.
Test. Why do I suck at everything?
Got it there.
There, we got
Okay.
it now?
Yep.
All right, just had to make sure I had enough buttons pushed.
Andrew's got to get closer to the mic, I think.
I shove it down Bud's throat.
Oh.
All right, Justin. All right, we're going to intro you, and then we'll start interviewing you. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, this is turn 3 on the front stretch, presented by Joe's Karting and Council Bluffs, located just off the beaten path at 35th and 5th Avenue, next to AMC Theaters, the 17 theaters there, and the IMAX theaters.
You said 35th and 5th Avenue.
Oh, thank you. Well, this is turn 3 on the front stretch, presented by Joe's Karting and Council Bluffs, located on 23rd Ave, next to AMC Theaters, the 17 theaters, and then the IMAX theaters. In Council Bluffs, they're also located online, joeskarting.com. That's karting with a K, and this is turn number 3, and we're joined by Justin Zeitner, driver of the Z62 late model. Justin, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Justin, have you ever been down to Joe's and done some racing?
Oh, yeah, I think every time I've been there, I've been kicked out.
Say that again?
Yeah, I said, I think every time I've been there, I've been thrown out. I kind of hard on their stuff.
Bud, you throwing Justin out?
I don't think I've ever been there when Justin's been there.
Well, he tends to usually
Bud's
go.
never been there.
What's that?
I said, Bud's never been there.
Oh.
Well, see, I'm always out working and calling on clients, stuff like that. So
Yeah, sleeping in bed, drinking beer.
That's it.
Yeah.
Working on my car. That's always the excuse.
Well, yeah.
Well, Justin, talk a little bit about your year so far. How's the season going, and how are you doing in the points battles?
I started out pretty good. We come out right out of the box, and we were fast with a brand new car. We got a brand new 2012 GRT. And we come out in the first race and run second with it. And, we've just been steady top fives pretty much every week. And I think we won the first NASCAR Weekly Series event out at I-80. And ever since we won that race, it's kind of been downhill, up and down from there. Haven't really finished. I think our worst finish so far is like 8th, but it's just not quite where we need to be. We're running up front, but we're just that tick off. But we'll get there.
Is it a setup issue that you're having? You just haven't quite got the feel of the car yet?
Well, we actually, this week we sent our shocks down to Missouri. I have a guy down there, Brian Larimore, that does them, and we found out we had a right rear shock. We had these internal double adjustables, and a bag broke in them, and it was making us free on corner entry, and I think that'll solve our problem here, hopefully.
The one thing I can honestly say about Justin, you had talked about your first win out there at I-80 Speedway this year with the NASCAR Weekly late models. And if I remember right, isn't that the race where you actually won Kyle Burke and lapped dang near half the field?
Yeah, we were fast that night, but it's just been a struggle ever since then. But yeah, we had them pretty good that night.
Yeah, Justin Zeitner definitely redefined the word fast that night, that's for sure.
There was a level of drivers, and then there was Justin Zeitner that night.
Yeah, he was all in his own class that night.
So I know the Zeitners have a pretty long history of racing here in southwest Iowa and southeast Nebraska, so I think it's safe to say the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree?
No, I'm pretty sure my dad's trying to teach me everything he knows, and I don't think I could ask for a better teacher. He had me pretty prepared when I got into him at first, and I'd say the first couple of years we struggled pretty good, but then he got me in some good equipment, and we've just been all right ever since. He he's been a pretty good teacher so far.
Do you want to tell us all when you got started into racing, or I know you haven't raced. I know personally you haven't raced too much. You want to tell everybody what you've raced or when you started and everything? Because you didn't get into a go-kart or anything, did you?
Well, I raced go-karts one time down in Missouri somewhere. I couldn't even tell you where it was, but when we went down there, like 4 carts showed up. It was ridiculous. And then my dad always raced on Saturday nights, and that's pretty much when the go-kart racing was, either that or Sundays. And my dad always raced then, so we never really got an opportunity to go-kart race. And then I think I was 16, and we were debating on what kind of racing we were going to do. And my dad just said, we're going to throw you right in the supers, and that was the year they come out with the 7,500 chip rule. And I don't really know if it was considered what everybody else considers a super late model, but it was for around here at the time. And we got in there. We weren't very good. I mean, we made laps that first year, and I think our best finish was like 4th or 5th feature out at I-80, and we just got lucky on that deal. It was one lane, rubbered up, and then. My second year, we got a different car. My dad got a new one. I got his old one, and we run a little better. And then that would have been 2006, and it was just pretty much the same deal, just kind of running mid-pack, nothing too great. Then it was 2007 that we went and we got a car that was a year old from Clint Smith, and ever since we got that car, he pretty much got us on the right track as far as setup and shocks and everything, and.
What was
pretty much? What was that?
Well, when you jump into one of these super late models, kind of take us through the mindset. You know, I'm sure your nerves have got. You know, obviously you got to be comfortable in the car, but when you first go out there and you're racing against guys like Andrew, Joe, Kyle Burke, Bryant Goldsmith, you know, some of the names that you've raced against. You know, is that intimidating to a certain degree, or was you able to fairly, you know, just comfortably get into this late model and pretty much go?
Yeah, I mean, when we first got into it was a nerve-wracking deal. I mean, we pull out there and you pull up next to, say, Joe Kaczynski, you know, you pull up next to him. I mean, I grew up watching him race. I mean, ever since I've been around racing, you know, Joe Kaczynski's been the guy to beat around this area, you know, and then you're racing against him. And, I mean, obviously the first few years, I mean, he goes by you and it's like, gosh. I mean, I want to be that fast, but
were you ever able to beat Joe?
I think we beat him a couple times. I mean, he was fast up until the day he got out of the cars. I mean, he was tough to beat. When I eventually got fast, he wasn't racing as regular. I don't think out at I-80. I don't think he was there every week. He was kind of running MLRA stuff, so I don't really think I ever got to really match up against Joe when we did get fast. But it's always nerve-wracking when you go up against guys like that. But, I mean, nowadays, when you pull out there, it's pretty much, I feel like I can run with anybody out there. And, I don't really get nervous. I feel like I'm the same guy when I'm in the car as I am out of the car.
Well, has it been somewhat kind of a humbling experience also driving these cars in some ways?
Oh, yeah. It just kind of is what it is. I mean, yeah, it's humbling, yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Now, with all these tracks that you've raced, you know, and I can't, you know, claim all the different tracks that you've raced, but of all the tracks that you've raced since 2007 in these late models, if you had to go out there and really pick one track that you really like, which one would it be and why?
I tell you, I mean, my favorite track, and I mean, I ain't saying this because we're on the radio show or anything, and it's the track in the area, but I really do like I-80 Speedway. I mean, it's a track. It's fast. You got to get up on the wheel. It's racy. You can always pass there. It hardly ever rubbers down. I mean, and that's my biggest pet peeve of a racetrack is when it rubbers down. It's a nice facility. I just don't think you can ask for a better racetrack. I mean, traveling on this SLMR series, we go to a lot of racetracks, and I don't think there's a better one than I-80.
Now, speaking of the SLMR series right now, you're actually in the third day, or no, it'd be the last day of the race right now since this is going to air Sunday for you at Lexington. Being the points leader going into this big long week, how did you prepare yourself, or what did you do to say, hey, I got to go 5 days in a row and I got to compete to stay the points leader, especially with guys like Travis Dickus on your bumper and Kyle Burke, guys like that?
I'll tell you, we were actually going to race this past weekend and do all that MLRA stuff, trifecta out at I-80 and the NLRA show, but then we figured we were leading points. We wanted to get our stuff together and get it prepared as good as we could. And we had the rear end of the car and checked the ring gear and pinion and checked all the axles, make sure all that stuff's good. We went over, had every 4-bar off the car, checked the Hines, had the front end pulled apart, checked those ball joints. We pulled the whole thing apart, checked all the wiring, just make sure, there's nothing that you're going to get up to Wagner, South Dakota and have a problem. It's just put valve springs in the motor, stuff like that. It's just trying to keep everything as good as you can because, when you're racing a guy like Travis, he keeps you on your toes. He's fast. All the time. He just, you think you've got a good car, and half the time he'll just roll right by you and make you look stupid.
We're talking, Andrew just mentioned about you doing this swing with the SLMR series. As a driver, if I come up to you and I'm asking you, on air now, what makes this SLMR series so great as a late model driver when you've raced, in several different series before in, weekly events? What is it about the SLMR series?
The biggest thing for SLMR series is the engine package for me, and the fact that you can stay pretty much within 4 hours of home is like the furthest race away. You get on these bigger shows like MLRA and all that stuff, and we got the motor to run with them. It's just a thing that you got to travel so far, and it takes so much time to go down there. And you got guys like John Anderson running MLRA, and all those guys, they have hired crew chiefs, and they're just on a whole other level where, not that the guys in SLMR aren't on their game, but I feel like we're on a more level playing field where we can run with the competition that we have in the SLMR series as far as like Travis and Kyle and like Andrew when he shows up. Any of them I feel like we can run with. It's just it's a pretty good series just as far as competition-wise. You got guys that can beat you, and it just keeps you on your toes. It's a lot of fun.
Talking this morning with Justin Zeitner, driver of the Z62 late model, often runs at I-80. Justin, thanks for joining us. Can you talk about what is your favorite win of all time?
My favorite one of all time had to be
Justin?
The first week they had the bounty. And,
Justin, can you start that question again? Your phone cut out for a second there.
All right. My best win has to be out at I-80 when they had the bounty on Kyle Burke. They put up an extra $500 to anybody that could beat him, and he had to start at the rear, and we had a caution with 2 to go, and he was in second place. And I said, oh, man, he's going to beat us. And he coming to the checkered flag, he pulled up next to me on the down the backstretch, and I don't think we left it going through 3 and 4. I know I didn't. And there was a strip of moisture coming off 3 and 4 that one of us had to hit, and I just kind of went up into Kyle a little bit and kind of nudged him off it and beat him the checkered flag. It wasn't the cleanest race I ever run, but I wanted to win it pretty bad, and that's probably the best one I've ever won.
Justin, I got 2 last questions here for you here on the front stretch. One is, how many times has Andrew beaten you out there in the SLMR series? And number 2 is, how many fans or where can fans go to find out, where you're racing, what you're doing, kind of keep up with the Z62 team?
As far as the Andrew question, I don't know. There's times that Andrew, he just doesn't look very good at all, and then sometimes Andrew can come out there and he can win a heat race by half a track. It's just, he's on his game sometimes, and then sometimes I think he's out chasing women all week or something. I don't know.
There it is on record.
Times he's pretty quick.
So where can fans find you? Where can we track you down and know where you're running each week?
Every week we have my crew guy updates Leon and Justin Zeitner Racing Facebook page of where we're going to be. And you can pretty much just check out that SLMR schedule, and we'll be at every one of those shows. And if we're not racing SLMR, we'll be at I-80 Speedway for their weekly show, and we'll be over at Adams County.
Are you going to make it for the Silver Dollar Nationals?
Yeah, we'll be there for sure. That's definitely a race that I definitely want to race in. The best of the best are going to be there, and you'll find out how far off you are there.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Justin. Best of luck to you the rest of this season, and make sure to keep in touch with us on the Facebook page and let us know how you're doing.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Just couldn't resist, could you, buddy? You got to ask that question.
No, but that question the answer was awesome. He's out.
Well, I sat there and I was sitting there, but I knew it was coming.
Everybody knew it was coming. That's why I interrupted him. I think Justin's mom saw it coming.
Yeah, but it was great that he threw out there Andrew's out chasing women on the weekends. Hey, if your girlfriend breaks up, that's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
The last time had plenty to do with you. Well, that was Justin Zeitner, driver of the Z62. Check him out on Facebook. Whenever you get the chance, you'll be able to catch him weekly at I-80 when they run the SLMR series. So best of luck to him this season. And just around the corner, we're going to get the infield report with Andrew in Turn 4. This is the Front Stretch presented by Joe's Karting on AM 590, Omaha's ESPN Radio.